I do find it kind of interesting that saving lives is the devil choice here, and then defending Celestia is the angel choice.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, this also makes it kind of clear of the angel choice being side with angel princess, and devil choice being side with demon doctor.
Right. Because in order to take the angel path, you have to kill a lot of angels.
Lorax has no clue anymore. Every time he tries to make the right decision, everything goes horribly. You did unanimously, the chat did unanimously get the escape from that one...
From the bomb.
Yeah, from the bomb, we're correct.
So yeah, last time your instincts were good. So which way do you go now? That said, yeah, they were pretty heavy-handed on the Theodicy at the early parts, and
right.
They haven't really managed to swing it back the other way.
P-Bug has a vote for abandoned ship.
Abandoned ship, says P-Bug.
Oh, there's one for that.
Save lives.
Lorax concurs, okay. I'd say probably... They probably lock that one in. Yep, everybody goes for that one. But Ms. Bundy Fund says...
Also, hello there, Ms. Bun, however you pronounce that. I'm going to call you the Miz.
The Miz.
The captain never abandons the ship. But unfortunately...
3-1, yeah, we'll go for
So we try to save the lives.
Jupiter, we should focus on saving lives for now. We have non-combatants here too. We should run.
Wise decision. Last time we escaped because Celestia functioned properly, but the defenses are down and it can't even move now, you know?
How mobile the base would actually be normally, but...
Understood.
Clearly mobile enough.
Attention everyone. I request that you all seek shelter.
Unconvinced. Yeah, it does kind of suck that you take over from your sister while she's in a coma, and your first orders are to abandon ship.
Right. Well, not her first orders,
but...
Her first order was to fall into the trap from Phyllis.
Yeah. The other way to say, glad he said that we didn't have to, because, yeah, you wouldn't, yeah.
Hey, Shin, have you seen Jupi?
Huh? I thought she was leading the evacuation from another location.
That's what I thought too, but...
It's another problem, too. They never really tell us exactly how big Celestia is. We're talking about the size of a, talking like the Starship Enterprise size. We're talking like, like a big building size.
Oh, yeah.
Are we talking a small city
size? A small city size, right.
Sir Shin, Miss Ariel, I am terribly sorry, but I shall definitely fight on to protect Celestia.
Oh, the Miz was right. She's definitely not going down the ship.
I leave the leading of the evacuation to you. The enemy has arrived. I must be going now.
Jupiel! Hey!
Just watch out for the knives.
Listen! I am Jupiel Sora Umi, an angel who serves Celestia. I shall not let you
It's composed
pass
entirely
this
of grand halls and huge unfurnished
proceed,
rooms.
You must
pretty much.
But how many halls and rooms?
Don't look down on us. Do you really think one single angel can really stop us?
The Devil's some of the best voice acting. So over the top ham and
Angels
then
need to be crushed
sinister.
to death anyway.
Sister, Sir Shin,
Sinister
please
grapple.
give me strength.
Well, that was the end of
So she
2PL.
went to the
Sorry
battle
for the
by
bait and switch. Looks like we're going to
herself.
end up with Ariel regardless. Sorry, Lorax.
Ariel, I leave
Way
the
to go,
leading of the
everybody.
evacuation to you.
Hey, wait!
Yeah, where are we evacuating to? I think the idea is that we are temporarily leaving Celestia behind, letting the devils run amok and everything, and trying to recapture our home base, in the meantime. And then, we're actually going to hide out in the Netherworld and hope that we don't get noticed, I guess.
Let's see. Energy Drain 2 would be nice.
I will have some turkey to go with all that ham, Keen. Thank you.
Although, yeah, leveling up Dark Shot would probably be a good idea, too.
Right. Bear notes they have the burlish voices, but they're also super skinny. Yeah. Like the whole like people have been joking about the Nazi elf thing. Yeah, the Devil's just kind of. Yeah, Zane, that's my thought too. Is that Celestia is more like the Enterprise, you know, a space starship kind of thing.
Right.
But it's like there are definitely implications. It's more like a city or to be more proper, like a really big, you know, palace type building with a bunch of other things attached to it.
I think the best comparison that I would give would be in Final Fantasy VIII when you have your floating garden.
Oh yeah,
That's the image that I have.
Yeah, I can see that.
So this.
I remember reading up on somebody actually giving a rundown of aircraft.
Herculean. Ooh. I might have to keep that.
Yeah. You got the SP healing ring. Finally.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
So now I can put the other two back.
Right. But yeah, somebody did a rundown of an aircraft carrier and how it's like, you know, you have this ship, and I forgot how long it was, like a couple hundred meters long, and, you know, 10,000 people, you know, staffing and stuff like that. It's like it is a city of war,
right?
And that's why, you know, that's what I was kind of thinking of there. Of course, the carriers are obviously designed for efficiency and space, and not, you know, comfort. So you're not going to get any hugely well furnished rooms and everything,
right?
Like the palace office type thing that Mariel had. Yeah, Miss Bunny Fund. We are literally flying over over like some ocean in Netherworld. And that is why Argh fell, and there's a chance she might not be dead. Hey, see ya, Bear. We will enjoy this very peculiar title. We will try. If you want to watch some more, we will be back to Ben is streaming these this time, you know, Sunday afternoons.
You're certainly welcome to join us.
Yeah. Lorax, this is FF8. Shin is Squall. Zuki is Renoa. Mariel is Quistis. Ariel is Selfie. Just replace trains with beetles. Well, then I'd ask who Irvin was, but I guess good riddance, right? I thought Irvin was okay. Blasting. James exploding enemies. They're not common enough to justify that, I don't think. I guess in the dungeons that were like, you know, chock-a-block with them, you'd want to equip ahead of time. But that goes back to what we were saying earlier about how this game.
Oh, that's what it does.
Ah,
interesting.
About how the game kind of expects you to play ahead and find out what enemies you're going to be running into, and then customize your loadout to deal with them, because you don't always fight every type of enemy in every dungeon. Peace ring. Let's see. Yeah.
We'll grab another one of those.
Sure.
And
now this is gonna be another 5-floor dungeon too.
Right.
So you keep that in mind.
I will go ahead and purchase this and fuse it.
Sure. No defense out of that one. Yeah, I don't remember when the next time you get another 3-slot shield. It's definitely a while.
Yeah. Then I'll go ahead and put that away too. No. Yeah, we'll be back here.
Herculean ring was attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's one probably worth it.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't think I'll need the revive gem.
See, my thought is, I don't know if I take both of those, because those are both rings you'd be having all the time.
Not necessarily.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know,
Wayne presents theory. Ben, no. Well, okay.
I'm saying, like, if I have a lot of SP as it is, then I would want to be using the attack ring to get
Sure.
to save my HP or whatnot.
Okay.
Whereas if I have lower SP, then I want to switch that out.
Sure. Yeah, I think my thought was mostly just that. It's mostly just that it's.
Oh, this is 10 floors.
Oh, it's a 5 and a 10. Okay.
Why was I relying on Wayne's memory again? Well, this should be fine.
Right. Goopy. It would have been kind of mean if they'd had an area in there. Another world wasteland.
Oh, that helps.
That's a pretty impressive spiked bat thingy. Mace thing.
I thought you meant the damage increase, because that actually was pretty nice.
That's a weapon she got. It doesn't really look like much of a hellscape or anything. It's kind of like somebody just forgot to didn't pay the bill on their
You
landscaping.
say as we have the the blighted land and the ominous crystals and everything else. It doesn't look that much.
Not that much.
And it isn't like on fire or anything.
Right.
So.
Well, no, I just meant that it's more it's more like brown instead of red. It looks like ooh, dear, you kind of teleported to trouble.
I'm fine.
Ouch! And that's with the self-destruct gem then. Jeez. High Devil Man. Pretty cool looking weapon he had too. I think it's a crystal saber. Yep. The fact you don't get XP when they do that.
Right.
Like there should be like a gem, or like if you get like a jagged gem for it or something that just kept them from exploding. That would
actually be pretty nice.
Right. But instead, it's like when they do explode, it's a little less painful for you. And it's not really good enough. I guess the fact they're rare enough to spend a couple dungeons and we just now find out that it's worthless, is indicates there haven't been too many of them.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's. This is bad. Oh. I wasn't planning on doing this so early, but I might just have to.
Yeah.
I'll keep going and seeing if my HP restores, but yeah, that's a lot of damage I took.
Yeah, they're never landmines in hallways, so you can take solace in that.
There's
HP back that way.
Depth charge. On the positive side, at least that's right, switching.
Or as Zane put it, starting out on the right foot.
There we go.
That's a problem when you do the hokey pokey when you're not watching where you're going. Put your left foot in, put your left foot out, step on the depth charge, and it blows you all about. Now, we found out from... Actually, I don't remember what the aromatic meds did. If I could, the descriptions are always the same.
Right.
If I remembered them better, that would be pretty handy. Give me some reason to be here. I no longer have a right foot. Shane can walk it off. He's been blown up before. What do you think? Yeah, it makes sense. Oh. A good thing each chapter instead of just walking forward.
Right.
That's defense down.
Yeah, that's defense down. That would have been bad.
I think this is starting to get into the area of where it starts to suck that we're using older gear with upgrades. Because I don't think I was taking this much damage when I got here. But again, I might have because I'm dealing with it.
Right.
God has no need for feet. The problem is, like Lorax, as we've noted, these angels and gods don't actually have wings. So if they couldn't walk, they'd be in quite a pickle. They're just blowing up at the drop of a hat.
Okay. I'll just have to do it the other way then.
Like a knockback one. That's pretty much all what you have to do at that point.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Yeah, one attack to do it. Jeez.
Roughly speaking.
Then we could make an actual horticultural reference to say broadleaf speaking.
We could.
Yeah. For crying out loud.
Okay. This game has driven me to it.
You'd be like one of those the Boy Scouts, just sweeping a metal detector on every step. Just This kid's
That's the
looking,
thing,
looking for change. It's looking for, if you don't die.
Right. The thing is, like, I've hit one too many depth charges,
Right.
so I'm just gonna have to play it.
Yeah, and we know they inflict. I believe how it works is that each one does a percentage of your max HP. So I think that one is 3/4 of your HP every time, of your max HP.
Darn it.
So if you have less than that, then then there's it's not worth the risk. Yeah, those are just got about a 3-tile range on that.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. These are like a lance or something, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah, these
The real Awakened Fate begins now.
Yeah, these dungeons get pretty tough. He gets these puns. And so, following that one up, saying Ben has admitted defeat.
For what?
We're talking about the rifle blown off.
Oh yeah.
I think you sat on that one too long, Zane, and your joke was crippled. Awakened Feet Ultimatum. I think this line of humor doesn't have any legs, so doesn't have a leg to stand on.
It's okay. I'll weather this too.
This too shall pass.
Dark Souls 2 and all of these puns. That's Stoic philosophy in a nutshell.
Right, and the elevator's back over there. It won't kill you.
Yes, but the things that could come up afterwards could.
If you've got full SP, you could probably fire the Devil Shot and see if that
The Devil Shot does not do it.
does not reveal stuff of it. It's not like I talked about the Eject Shot from FF10.
Down all the way.
P-Bug sympathy goes out to Ben in this time of need. Yeah, we're gonna put
Bless you, P-Bug.
We're going to put up for a Patreon to help pay for Ben's psych bills one after an entire session of puns.
Criminy. Okay.
Nice. I'd be happy to just leave right there until the next floor.
Especially with that.
Yeah. You're filling up on loot pretty quickly as it is already, I think.
Nope. The fact that there are so many of those enemies. It did not.
Those just have a lot of HP.
Now watch, the instant that I stop doing that is when the next depth charge happens.
We know that, yeah, that's an angel version, so we could. Yeah, exactly. The self-destructing enemies.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that they did so much damage on one hand, and I don't think you get anything for it if they do either.
Right, yeah, you get nothing.
It's like, yeah, there's no reason to do that.
Yeah, if you don't have they're worth a bit more XP than regular enemies, so they're level, I believe. But if you don't have a means, or if you don't, you basically either have the space or the SP to guarantee a kill against them, then it's just not worth it. What's your game plan here?
Just keep on running.
Ms. Bundyfund asked how many floors are in the dungeon.
There are 10.
Yeah, basically every dungeon is 10 unless they are shorter for some reason. Like we had in order to have a room for 15 floors in this chapter, they gave us 1.5 and then 1.10. That's the one we're on now. And whereas like I think the very first dungeon had 3. I want to say a tutorial.
That might be. At least you can always identify the med kits.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh, looks like I may not have much of a
Yeah,
choice
it might be where the it's not where the elevator is, but that is where we have to go. Nice. So they've probably got about 90 HP.
Nitro campus, huh? Kind of like that.
Yeah, I like how they drop explosive bottles too. Oh, finally, the spike or the hardened enemies. There's always usually a fun, safe thing to kill, and we haven't seen any in a while.
At least when you have the counter jump.
Right. Quartz shield, interesting. That's true, yeah, if you have enough HP and the counter gem, you could really kind of trivialize them. Here, buddy.
Yep, they do a lot of damage, but...
So fun. Yeah, the AC meter is... actually it basically is your food meter. And apples are... Instead of like having different types of things that restore different amounts, you have apples, and the basic one does 50, then you have an upgraded one that does the full 100, and then you have the elixir type item will also do AC, SP, and HP. Yeah, if it runs out, you start taking HP damage with every move instead of getting it back.
Right. Also, I think that was a pretty slick trick on my part.
Well, the slick trick, where? What?
Let's see. I might as well go for it now.
Uh-huh. So basically, AC won't be much of a problem unless you explore to try to grab the items and stuff.
Right.
Oh dear. Be diagonally. Fair enough. Yeah, we knew he was going to last long, so.
And thank goodness that he didn't do the AC drink.
Right. Still love that punch.
He's pretty neat. Well, drat.
They saw there aren't any more enemies close by.
You say that, but especially in this area, you never know.
Yeah, basically, there weren't any immediately in line of sight when you get hit by it. You can probably walk off the status before somebody can get to you. Just walk it off. Hard jagged jump. Seems like you've had better luck than I did with getting enemies to drop the jagged jumps.
Not that they're actually that useful.
Right.
Oh, hey.
Oh, there we go. And yeah, and because eating stuff gives you AC back, if you eat the pills and stuff like that, it'll also give you
that's
give
actually
you 5.
pretty good. I might consider taking the one less and maybe getting rid of the emitting proof.
Yeah, or self-destruct proof, because it turns out it doesn't actually make much difference.
Well, I think it probably does do less damage.
It does, but it's only like 25% at best.
Well, at that point, 25% actually could keep me alive.
Fair enough.
That's things like they nearly killed me with those things.
Right.
Apple source. Yes.
Have we run into the mage enemies before?
Yes.
We have. Yeah, they're one of the bigger wrinkles in this game. They can definitely be tricky.
They definitely can be. Unfortunately, my magic is better. At least in terms of range combat, because they don't have any.
Right.
Yes.
So are you saying if you cut them open, they're open source?
This too shall pass. Isn't actually the core issue here. Thank you.
I'm kind of wondering if there's something in some kind of Japanese story they're based off of to have the fruit or vegetable themed enemies. I don't just mean with Dragon Ball and how the Saiyans were named after veggies and everything. But I'm also thinking of Rune Factory with like the pepper ghosts and the onion, pepper, and whatever other types of ghosts there are.
I do know that in Japanese folklore, the idea of random things coming to life is actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if vegetables or fruit per se are a big part of that, but it would not surprise me at all.
You do have a Peach Boy, but that's obviously a very different kind of thing.
Right.
It's like the otherwise normal human, albeit, with like some kind of demigod thing, but just happened to come out of a peach,
Other than that, completely normal.
Other than that, Turnip goes, that was it. Thanks, Lorax. Turn apple sauce into applesauce.
An iron club.
There was a play I was in that used applesauce as it's an expression of disbelief, kind of like poppycock, and that's what that made me think of.
Hey, another ripened apple.
Yeah.
Not that I think we'll need it.
You're starting to. You're pretty much like maxed out on space soon.
Drat. Yeah, we've only got 2 more floors.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Zane was pointing out that yokai are often inanimate objects.
Yeah.
Bean sprouts and applesauce. No, that's very true. I did some research on a yokai for that martial arts game I was working on. It's kind of on hiatus now. And it's all kinds of stuff. I thought it was like more, I was going to use it as a demarcation between monster knives of like different types of monsters, and yokai already are kind of a catch-all,
right,
for everything.
Yeah, it basically just translates to evil things.
Yeah.
Well, Drat. Well,
oh no.
Well, that isn't so bad.
Right. Yeah, but if it locked in your accessory, that would kind of hurt your shenanigans a bit.
No, not our shenanigans.
Yeah. There's a lot you can do with the whole concept of. It's more spirit being than evil thing. Right. Yeah, Ben's probably thinking of Pokemon.
Well, that's more like monster.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like generic monster evil thing, right? A lot of yokai are evil. A lot of everything in Japanese folklore is evil.
Right.
And even the ones that aren't are still generally more mischievous than helpful.
That's beautiful. See, there could be something over here. Nope. Well, well.
It's just funny reading up on these things and finding out what the original inspirations were, and then what the things people came up to explain them.
Yeah, like I remember there actually was a yokai. I forgot what the term for it was, but basically it was an explanation.
Oh no! At least you hit that at the start of the dungeon instead of at the end.
Right. Yeah, basically it was an explanation for why light doesn't reach to the roof of your house. And basically they assumed, hey, there's just a yokai that eats up the light that goes up there.
Huh. Interesting. I've never heard that one.
Yeah, it's for additional research, you may go to, I think it's called just yokai.com.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, they have a bunch of the different things.
Right.
Which very obviously Wayne and I both have need for things like that. So
right.
It's a pretty nifty resource.
It is so useful to be able to do this kind of stuff in the age of the internet instead of beforehand.
Right.
It's funny reading old gaming source books, like the original Deities and Demigods first edition. How much of it was quite obviously taken from like one source, like in that particular example was a Gygax had found this. I forget which one. Somebody tracked it down. But this one particular book on Finnish mythology, where everything he drew from came from that one source. Huh.
Jupiel.
Okay. We were done with that dungeon anyway, right?
Wow. Huh.
Sir Shin?
Well,
What are you
dungeon's
doing
over,
here?
I guess. Huh.
Are you an idiot? He obviously came to save you.
Jupiel, I'm
Three
sorry.
penises. I see what
Did you suffer
Zane
a
is
life
interested in. Well, that website is half of where he gets his info from. Yeah.
I'm such a bad god.
You are kind of a bad god.
Thank you very much. I am sorry as well. I ended up doing something reckless. It looks like you won't be
Yeah,
able to
it's a
come
huge
back
travesty
until
when
you deal
Hien
with
stacks
those
up
guys over
devil
there.
bodies like cordwood, but when Jupiel does it, it's just
Jupiel,
adorable.
leave the rest to me.
It was just
Exterminate these
reckless.
guys.
And after that regularly scheduled diversion,
Let's see.
yeah, there's a eat the a ripened apple, right about. Oh yeah, you could use like the insight leaf.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big floor.
I might end up needing my AC after all. We shall see.
Oh, actually, yeah, Ms. Moneyfund made the comment of things are coming, Ariel means nobody is coordinating the evacuation. You're probably true. Ariel is terrible at her job, if her job isn't science.
This is probably true.
But actually, in one of the earlier episodes, she invents this kind of projection device where like the people that are synced up to it, which in this case are Shin and Jupiel because they're like sharing a soul or something. But yeah, they're able to see and hear her if he wants to project to them, without actually having to be there. So sometimes when she appears in cutscenes and dialogue, it's through that. And now at that point, you might be wondering, hey, why don't they do a voice filter or a graphical filter like scan lines or faded out, something to indicate he's not actually there?
Right.
And that is a fantastic question. I don't know why they don't do anything like that.
They just don't.
Now,
And what's
Lark's-
your problem with that?
Lark's been a bad god. I'm feeling a bit sheepish. Are we switching over to Rune Factory now? But yeah, it looks like that's almost all traps and enemies with not much loot, so...
Yeah, I'm going to be getting that loot off there, and I think that'll probably do it.
Right.
Oh, that's an AC loss panel. Nice.
His little touches, Zane says, it makes things a bit more believable. Yep.
Let's get rid of...
Well, we know that Iron Club is a one-slot item that we could just dump it, or one of its other things.
Yeah. 'Cause I know that doesn't actually do a lot of damage.
Right.
I'm not tossing the Iron Club simply because it's possible that it would have a
A
buff.
plus to it, right. Yeah, very true. Leveler. Huh. That's... Oh. Nice. Okay.
Just level up. Why not?
Yeah.
And since I leveled up, I don't need to go through any of this, so...
Yep.
Yay! Dungeon cleared.
Yay.
Yay!
Well, that worked out pretty well.
What a troublesome vice archangel. I am
Yeah,
terribly
she's
sorry
actually
for
back
worrying
here,
you.
and oh, they're all
What
back.
happened
Okay,
to leading the
a
evacuation?
transition would have been nice.
I tried to, but then I discovered another group of devils approaching from another direction. I had no choice but to postpone the evacuation.
That's right, your choice did not matter.
I was wondering how that had played
As
out.
I thought,
Yep.
they plan to use this opportunity to rely on their vastly superior resources to crush the Celestia.
There's no end to this. What should we...
Phew.
What?
The engine core has started? It looks like we made it.
I thought we didn't have enough energy.
It sounds as though it is operating normally. If that is the case... Activate
Dun,
stealth
dun,
mode at
dun.
once. We shall shake off the devils.
Also, the lack of a supporting cast kind of means that
I'll
whenever
show you my power.
Jupiel barks orders at people off screen, we have no idea who she's talking to.
Right.
Why did it suddenly start moving again?
Is that true? Yeah. Zaluel and the other angels of the opposing faction provided the energy to start the engine core by letting it absorb them.
So yes, there are no resources like human
Zaluel and the
resources.
others
Angel
sacrifice themselves.
They kind of asked me
And
to
that
relay
really
a
tells you how
message
little
to
they care about the side characters, because
Incited by
Zayuel
the
was close as you
traitors,
had to an
we have
antagonist
spread
in all of this in the
unnecessary
angel side.
confusion
You just kill him
throughout
off screen.
Celestia.
Right. The thing,
We are
that's
partly
another
responsible
thing.
for
It's
the
like they
suspension
could
of
have been
Celestia's
a
engine
really,
core.
you know, poignant scene here,
Hiding
but
behind
no.
our pride, we were blind to what we should have seen.
Yeah, Laura X pretty much
This
called it.
punishment
Some angel
is
jumped to the
only
engine.
way we
Yup.
can atone for our shame. Therefore, we seek atonement for what we have done by offering our bodies to supply magic power to Celestia. Please, Lady Jupiel and our Lord, call forth victory for
And
Celestia.
Mariel, and if the scene has already been
That's
killed, Ariel puts a couple bullets in its head by
What?
not doing any emotion
What?
at all and reading off their suicide
What have
note.
they done?
Just because they were against Ariel and had different opinions than I do, doesn't mean I wanted them to disappear.
They decided to do it on their own. Not only did they protect Celestia, but they have earned the respect of us all. What they did was good.
Ariel, did you just let them go without saying anything? They were about to throw their lives away.
Sorry, but I couldn't think of any plan to overcome that situation if they hadn't sacrificed themselves. There were no other means to reigniting the engine core. To sacrifice a few to save the many. That's the choice that they made.
You thought I was talking about the Enterprise earlier for no reason.
And Liz asks a great question: why aren't we just kidnapping devils and powering the engine core with the corpses of our enemies?
Sir Shin,
Simple answer would be,
as
since
I
that's
thought,
what devils do,
maybe I do not
people would be a
have
little
the tools to
squeamish about
command
that.
Celestia.
I'm also under the impression that they do kind of have, they say earlier that angels have more like magic power in their bodies and stuff like that. It's possible that your exchange rate might not be.
They didn't say that angels had more power than devils, just that they are magical beings like devils are. I think the more important point is, I would have to check back now, because I'm not sure if actual corpses can be used or not.
I wanted
So
my
I
sister
seem to
to
remember
know.
most of them are
In
no,
order
because
to
the first
earn
one
that,
was actually
I
dead
have
and then
battled
was
the
fed
devils.
into it.
Well, she
And
was
I have
she was on
polished my
life support.
fighting skills.
No, the one that was
Please
killed
do
by the
not
double
get angry
commander.
at me, but
She
that
wasn't
the
actually dead. She
real
was on life
reason
support.
why I
Saying she'd never
requested to be
recover,
your
so they'll recycle her.
exclusively
Oh.
assigned angel.
So in that case, it might be that.
Yeah, if they
It
die,
doesn't
their
make
like
me
mana
mad.
will flow out and everything.
If not for
Well, they
you,
could still
I
like
would
take Devil's
personally
prisoner and
right
toss him
now.
in.
That's the thing. I mean, at that point, you're
For an
actually
angel to have
harvesting them for
such
resources,
impure
which is
motives
kind of
for
evil.
engaging in battle. There is no
It's
way
also
I could
true
have
that, yeah, maybe
succeeded in
devil energy
leading
is something
Celestia.
Celestia can't run on.
That's true.
I mean, it's very obvious that devils and angels are different energy sources.
Yeah,
so-
ever since like ever since Mariel switched over to ethanol, Devil Blend just doesn't work anymore. It does clog up the engine, but good. And and
Jupiel.
in this scene, it's like it does seem like a bit pat, but there is the whole reality
Sister,
of the fact
are
that
you
as
finally
traders, it was
alright?
their fault for what happened.
Right.
She shouldn't be
And
walking
it's
around
like, well, you
yet,
might
but
feel
she
bad
won't
about
listen
it.
to
It's like, at
anything
least
I
they did
said,
something
and
good,
telling me to
you
bring
know,
her here.
with their lives at the end there.
Jupiel. Those injuries. These are.
If you'll get a pretty
I
dark
fought the
turn
devils,
these
so-
days.
However, these are normal for me. You do not have to worry. Jupiel. More importantly, sister, welcome back. I am terribly sorry. I was incapable of leading Celestia. As
Well,
I
it's-
thought, I am
If the
still
traders
a
if the
novice.
traders had struck when
If I continue
Mariel
to
was
be
in
like
charge, it still would
this,
have been bad.
There is no way I can.
Although I think Mariel probably would have handled it a bit
Jupiel.
better.
Right.
Aw.
Aw.
Sister? Jupiel. I am glad.
Ms.
After hearing
Jupiel,
that
those
you were
injuries
chosen to
aren't
be the
rendered on your
Vice
model.
Archangel, I was worried that you might.
Yeah,
overwork
and there's a
yourself
scene
again.
early on where
You wore yourself out.
Zaluel's introduction to Shin is
But
about
you
punching
are
him in the
alive.
face and breaking his nose,
I am glad
and they don't
you were
bother
safe.
changing his portrait for that either.
No,
So yeah, it's
I
just,
was not able to lead Celestia, and we have
so
suffered.
there are a lot
several
of little touches they could
casualties as a
do, like
result.
having
As
like
this is the case,
not giving her good direction for this
Even
scene
if
on
I were
on the
not
voice
around,
acting,
I
not really
believe
doing
that there are
separate
other superior
portraits and stuff
angels.
like that. Like it could have made the game a lot more
you are the
effective.
one and only member of my family. Family. I always thought you did not really care.
And it is a
about
nice
such
scene, although
things.
a little too late on
I am sorry.
trying to,
Because
Mariel
I
isn't
am
as
not
heartless
an
as she
angel.
first appeared.
I could not show favor to any angels in particular. And because of that,
Yeah, as Lorax reminds us,
You ended up
Shinzo's is
overworking
broken and
yourself.
grabs his side to show pain.
if I were ever to lose you, I have no idea what I would do. I always wanted you to acknowledge me. I always thought that I had not earned your acknowledgement. So, all this time, I tried to become just like you, so that It is all right. That is enough, Jupio. There is no need for you to become like me. So please, do not overwork yourself. You must walk your own path in life. Sister!
Where are you going?
You blockhead. Those who would
Yeah,
just
they're having a
interfere
freaking
need to
moment,
hurry up
dude.
and get out of the way.
Yeah, you're right.
Although that adds another one to the list of put downs.
Mm.
Loser, cowardly lion, blockhead.
Blockhead. Airy Fell, that's an indie game, right? As usual.
All right,
everybody.
who are we talking to?
Last vote of the stream.
Angel waifu or devil waifu?
Angel Princess or Devil Doctor?
I prefer it my way.
So let's recap what happened in the last scene. Jupiel's sister recovers from her critical injuries and gives her a hug and everything, and Ariel grabs us by the ear and pulls us out. And this, what a waste, we found her body, we could have powered the engine core some more. Actually, Ari is human. She has too little mana to do us any good.
So the better response would probably be something like, no great loss.
Yeah. Ooh, one each. Tie vote. Let's see if we get a tiebreaker on. Oh, tiebreaker for Devil Lady.
You better entertain me. So, here you are, Shin.
We've had a good mix of
Alright.
people on this one.
Yeah.
I think we had a Devil
you
moral
already
choice,
heard
and then
the
one
news
for
about
Jupi,
Ari?
one for. Oh, Miz would
Yeah.
have tied it back up.
She's going to be considered dead. Because I failed to capture those traitors, Ari was sacrificed. As well as the opposing faction.
Tails
She
anyway.
fell from a great height. Even if she landed in the water at the velocity she would have reached, it would likely be fatal.
Oh, so it was a great height.
Compound
Never mind.
that with the possibilities of drowning or magical sea creature attacks. Her chances of survival are probably low.
That's a good point. You didn't just fall.
If a
She didn't
regular
just fall into
human
any
without
ocean. She
special
fell into a hell
powers was
ocean.
tossed into the netherworld? I don't really want to imagine it.
Ari.
There's nothing for you to feel guilty about. It's Celestia's fault for letting those traitors do whatever they pleased.
That's not true.
Don't blame
If I'd
yourself.
given
Blame
it any
them.
thought, I could have confronted them in a place where they couldn't have ran away. But I couldn't forgive them. Even though Jupiel was working so hard, they continued to cause trouble for her behind the scenes.
It's normal
we're
to
kinda
exploit
terrible.
others' weaknesses. It doesn't matter whether they're working hard or not. All that
You're
matters
missing
are
those are
the
some good but
results.
callous points. That's kind of
Also,
Ariel's,
without any physical
Ariel's role in a
evidence,
nutshell.
Even if you
She
had
is
caught them and
the
brought them in,
uncomfortable,
they'd probably just deny it
uncomfortable
and
yet
act
supportive in her
dumb.
own way, truth teller.
Considering what they were planning to do to Celestia, it probably wasn't a mistake to take them out. If you didn't act when you did, they would have been able to cause even more damage. You were able to prevent that from happening.
Lars
When
points
you
out
put
when
it
Ari
like
died
that.
earlier, it's game over. Now she dies. Who cares?
Well, I
Well,
don't
it
know
wasn't so
about
much that
Mariel,
Ari
but
died, it was
Jupi
the fact
will
that
find
Shin
some
went
way of
berserk
helping you once everything
and
calms
killed
down a
everybody.
little.
Because of having her head sent
If
back
they
to
can
him.
spare
Right.
some people to send out on
That
a
said,
search
still,
party, there's a slim chance they'll be able
I
to
guess we
find
can
Ari
assume
and bring
that
her back.
Shin's toughened up a little bit.
Right.
Or perhaps gotten more calloused, if you want to put it that way.
Well, since you are God and all, as long as you hope she's still alive, you might be able to guide her fate to safety. Though I can't say it well. Don't get too down. It's not like they've confirmed her death, so her fate hasn't been decided yet.
And that's kind of a change for her too. Ariel's actually trying to cheer him up.
Right.
Instead of saying, rip your girlfriend.
Of course not. You're the hope of Celestia. So what would be the point of throwing any hope away?
Yeah, pretty much.
This place is... Oh,
Well, they didn't wait
that's
long at all
right.
before pulling
I fell
the...
to the
Like, whoa,
netherworld.
okay, she's not actually dead.
Yep.
ow!
I thought
Oh,
it was the next chapter.
Wow. Oh, my leg is broken. Oh, that angel. She fell straight to the ground. What am I supposed to do now?
Huh? What's a human doing here?
Human.
Are you perhaps a devil?
I've never tried swimming with a broken leg or doing much of anything with a broken leg on account of not having one. I can't imagine that she had too much fun getting out of the ocean on a
That's
broken leg.
true.
Oh, well, who cares? More importantly, was that dead angel over there your ally?
Huh? No, that's...
I see. So you're affiliated with Celestia. Interesting. Follow me. I'll make sure you confess everything.
Wait, ow! My leg's broken, you know?
Shut up. Hurry up and stand. You piece of garbage.
You're in my way. Move.
What? You're here in Inugami.
I like the
Yeah,
idea of
Inugami?
you just like striding around.
You mean that?
Inugami?
Huh. I don't give a damn about this woman anymore. I'll offer your head to Lady Phyllis as a present.
This isn't just a normal
Didn't I say
thing
that
of...
You're in my way.
This isn't just a thing of, it's like, that one guy is... Like the Mook's fighting,
Power that is used
like a
for the
Ryu
sake of
Hayabusa.
others
It's like,
should
he's
only
probably
be an
not going to win,
illusion.
but there's a chance.
However,
What part of Devil stacked up like cordwood did he not forget? Did he not remember?
What? Do you intend to fight me too?
Of course not. I just want you to help me.
Why should I save you? Your injury is proof.
Ian
that
has
you are
clearly got all the
incapable
close
of
fist points he
surviving
needs.
the
He can get a couple light
It is the
side points.
curse of being powerless.
If you were stronger, you could have
Insane.
survived the
You
however
used to be a
1,000-foot
human,
drop.
Right?
How do you know that?
Because I was in Celestia.
Celestia, you say?
That's
right.
Celestia.
I'm an acquaintance of Shin Kamikaze. He should be looking for me right now, I think.
So that means you yourself know where Celestia currently resides.
Well, I kinda got separated from them.
Useless.
But if you take
I do
me
like the
to
idea
Celestia,
of Eri
I can
frantically
convince Shin
thinking
to
of
fight you
the
again.
genre tropes from shonen manga she's read.
Right.
Realize if I set the rivals against each other, he'll have to help me survive that long.
I'm telling you, they might be looking for me. And there's no way I can do anything here by myself.
Fine. If there is a possibility that he will come himself, then I can at least take you to him.
Thanks. Alright, then,
What?
like I said, my leg's broken. Give me a piggyback ride.
Don't toy with me. Walk on your own.
If you were stronger, you
my
could walk on a
leg.
broken leg.
I don't use healing magic.
Then how am I supposed to come along with you? Do you plan to drag me?
Such a pain.
Exactly, Lorax. Moonhair confirmed smartest character in the game. So that's why they had to take her out of so many scenes in the last couple of chapters, because she'd have it all figured out.
Right. And I just have to say, again, I had a broken leg. And,
We have discovered an
it
enemy
actually
facility that
is
is dug deep beneath the
potentially,
surface. I
workable
want you to
to,
infiltrate it for the
because of
sake
the
an
adrenaline and everything else, to
investigation.
not be in screaming agony
Mhm.
and, talk relatively calm like that.
Purpose of this
That
facility?
ends the first time you try to put your weight on it.
Purpose, huh?
So I'm not
like
saying
a
that, that's
laboratory
completely
or
unbelievable,
refinery?
but, part of me is going,
Correct.
That is not a human with a broken leg
was
right here.
artificially built. It is not a natural cave.
Well, keep in mind that she wasn't examined by a doctor or anything. And since she is a girl in a work of fiction, clearly all that happened was she twisted or broke her ankle. And thus she was able to, otherwise,
I'm reasonably certain that, a broken ankle hurts just about as much as a broken femur. And I don't know for personal experience, but I can assume so. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't think this guy knows how legs work. He walks on pure smug and shonen combativeness.
However, do not force yourselves. You two have a habit of being reckless at times. Please do not worry. I do not.
Like the whole time, like the time when the only two people with character levels abandoned the base to go fight devils on the surface. Just a little reckless.
A little bit.
He also has no need for feet.
Of course, I'm well aware. I will not die.
You're strong enough. You don't need legs.
That is good to hear. Now then, we will commence with the operation as soon as we arrive.
Oh, it's I guess it's a shame Bear wasn't there to see Mariel, because she does have a different, skirt dress design than their angels.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a treat or something?
Yeah, his feet got blown off by death charges years ago.
That's true. After you step on 3 depth charges, a broken leg is nothing.
How do you know that?
Kept going with the sheer power of
Nihilist philosophy.
The Ubermensch has no need for feet.
Something that I have been waiting for all this time. My wish will finally be granted.
We're about to go into the final act of the gameplay, basically.
Yeah.
The one who is guided by fate will finally arrive.
Yep, there's our swerve. Shane is going to hook up with Letitia. The other two have been a distraction all along. No, it's been interesting.
What a twist!
It's been interesting cutting your votes, guys, but
in the end, it doesn't matter. All right, and with that, I am calling it a stream.
Speaking of, in the end,
yes.